I'm on a roll. First off, I gotta say, out there, the Green Bay Wacky. Don't worry about your situation, man. I mean, proceed with caution. Don't let it get to you. You know, things like this happen. We have a lot of broken people out there in the world. It's easy in life. I'm shifting now. It's easy in life to deal with things when they're going right. You know, it's easy to maneuver the way that you're supposed to do when everything is going your way. But what do you do? How do you deal with life when it's time to face the setbacks with the many things that one can have go wrong in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year? You know, everybody knows what to do when the sun is shining. But what do you do when it rains? And when it rains, it pours. What do you do when it's storming? What do you do when the trials of life are coming at you so hard, so harshly? You know, I guess, sunny days, everybody likes them. But tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? New Edition song. You know, and I think that's one of the things that we as people don't realize sometimes, the losses and things that we face, the losing builds character, builds strength, being able to deal with it, being able to go through it, if anything, so to speak, in that vein and whatnot. I mean, it's not always easy because sometimes, we rather give up, we rather go hide in our corners, we rather just say, hey, I'll come back when things are going my way. I'll come back when things are, copacetic, kosher, right? Whatever the case may be. I tell folks out there, don't be afraid to face the challenges of life. Don't be afraid to, look at these obstacles, these trials, these tribulations, and face them. Because they're not going to go away. And also, too, they do build us up. You know, they could break us down. Make us something even better if we're willing to face those challenges. Sometimes it is about modestly self-effacing, looking at what's in front of us, being honest with our limitations, and the things that are in front of us, the things that I don't know, move us and push us. Sometimes we need the setbacks to remind us of, what we had, you know, of just the advantages that we have. You know, I think sometimes people look too much at setbacks, at hard situations or trials and tribulations in a negative way. Sometimes we need to be, over, a bridge over troubled waters. You need to understand that there's a way, there's hope. You know, I think sometimes that's probably lost just because you don't see the forest through the trees. Crazy though, like that. But the setbacks they come, and they reveal who you are in any particular situation. And the question is, will you fold? Will you stand up to the challenge? I guess it starts with a belief in yourself. Just understanding that there's a way. Yeah, understanding there's a way. Yeah, forgive me. I got something here by myself, so I get a chance to reflect. It's all good though. The challenge is either make or break you. I guess it really depends on who you want to be. Yeah. Where do you want to go? I don't know. I'm just deep in thought in this situation. Just quiet. Yeah. I guess it's important to learn. It's important to learn. If you're not going to finish out with what you said to do, you know, You get tested sometimes. You get tested a lot of times. What's going on, Llama Monster? I appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming through. The lone, the lone live streamer in the chat, I guess, with me. You know, I was just talking about setbacks, Llama Monster. How we face them. They come. These are the particular things that folks just go through and whatnot, and everybody's ready and willing to deal with things when everything is going right. But how do you deal with things, when the chips are down and things are not going your way? Sometimes it takes more of a mental fortitude, testicular fortitude to push yourself and pull yourself, and to lift yourself up by the bootstraps and say, hey, you know what? There's something, you know, positive. There's something relevant in what I'm trying to do. Be it you have a dream, be it you have a goal, be it you have a mission, be it you have a purpose for what you're doing, you get tested. Your faith gets shaken at times. You know, and the question is, if it really means something to you, will you keep going? You know, everything is not always going to go your way. Everything is not always going to be as you would like it. Ambition, ID, demonetize our culture. What? Hey, well, ambition, ID, ambition, ID, demonetize our culture. I don't know. Is and in. Um, I have no idea what you're saying. You have to type that again, Llama Monster. You said something about demonetized or demonized culture. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah, like I said, all I'm thinking about is just setbacks and things that people face and whatnot. Ambition is demonized in our culture. Oh, okay. It's all good. Well, spell check is demonized in our culture too. But yeah, nah, it's nothing wrong with ambition. I think ambition is good, but with that ambition also comes, the realization that, you know, um, we can overstep, we can overreach. Because I'll tell anybody, it's nothing wrong with ambition. Ambition, can get you lost in the sauce if you're not careful. You know, um, just not having unrealistic expectations and things. But like I said, it's good to be ambitious. It's good to take the bull by the horns. It's good to go after particular things and say, you know what, this is what it is. Like I said, I wish I had a better way to put it. But it's just a situation where you know I I think people get discouraged and they give up and they just push things to the wayside when it doesn't go the way that they would like it. Not understanding that when you're trying to accomplish something, no matter what you're trying to accomplish, you're not always going to have things go your way. It's not always going to be the way you like it to be. There's going to be challenges, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be days where it seems hopeless. There's going to be days where it seems like it's meaningless, there's no purpose to it, you know. And at that moment when you're ready to give up, at that moment when you're ready to just say, hey, this is meaningless, this is worthless, this is foolish, this is stupid, this is a waste of time. At that moment when you're ready just to say, I quit, sometimes that's when the breakthrough happens. And I've been there many times. I've been there many times when you're just like, wow, why am I even wasting my time? Why am I even, you know, getting on here or, putting to get videos together? Why am I talking to myself in the chat or just talking to one person? No offense, Llama Master. Why am I even hoping that this is going to translate into more? And then that's the second where you realize, wow, it is for someone, for something. Sometimes the outcome, how it's going to turn out, is none of your business. But it molds you into a person that's able to deal with the punches and, go through the obstacles and beat the charges like Rocky, as they say. Somebody is able to weather the storm. Sometimes that's the secret, to overcoming and succeeding in particular things, is being able to deal with the setbacks, because everybody can deal with the glory. Everybody can deal with the success, with the joy, with the celebrations, with the accolades, with the award shows. Everybody can deal with that. The praises and you know the pretty people, the beautiful people around you. Everybody can deal with that. You know, but can you deal with those days when what, it just don't seem like much is happening? It don't seem like it's going anywhere. It don't seem like nothing is gonna come of it. Can you deal with that? Can you stand in the rain and still hope and still believe? Can you look out into the world and see few to little friends, or little to no support, and still believe and be your own cheerleader? Can you still push on? Can you still prosper with that? And the answer is yes, but you have to be willing to go through the setbacks. You have to be willing to get knocked down over and over and over and over and over again. You have to be willing to get up over and over and over again until it doesn't hurt as much, until you don't get flinched, so easily, until you find yourself stronger and able to weather the storm, until you expect to get knocked down and get up quickly as possible and get back to business and get on the grind and keep doing what you're doing and do it until the work is done, until the journey, is complete. And I think a lot of times people fail to realize with particular things that we're trying to do, you go until the journey is complete. You go until the mission is done. You know, however long that's supposed to be, however long that's supposed to take, whatever it may be, however it may come, and it's challenging. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and fake in front, even right now. Like I said, I'm doing my little live streams and my YouTube stuff, and sometimes folks support, sometimes they don't support, sometimes people get caught up in the drama and the nonsense and all that stuff. Now it's easy for me right now to be like, well, I know I got something to say and I know I have a message, when there are people who are probably having live streams with hundreds of people and they're talking about garbage, and they're talking about nothing. It happens. So like I said, you folks out there, you know what it's like to want to do something and not really get that support in the beginning, and then have to fight for it and claw and scratch and crawl to get it and whatnot. It is a challenge. It is something. Dealing with setbacks, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing dealing with setbacks. You know, it's a character building exercise. It's a fortitude, it's a strength building exercise. Setbacks, just being able to go through the motions, being able to go through the obstacles, being able to go through the mental, physical, spiritual, financial warfare. You know, being able to find your way through the maze, and not get lost. But even if you do get lost, not to get discouraged, because it's like it's been said, one of the things people fail to do when they get lost in the wilderness is to think, is to strategize and how to get out of that situation. People get caught up in obstacles and setbacks, and they get so caught up in the setbacks that they fail to realize that, hey, there's a way out. I just have to find it. You're in the maze, and it seems impossible to get out of the maze. It seems impossible to get out of the muck and the mire. But if you think, you can. I can't let you have multi. So that's funny. Thank you, Bumblebee. I appreciate it. Um, I was still going to talk, to tell you the truth, whether nobody showed up. I was still going to go and still push my live stream because this means something to me. This is a part of those things with setbacks. If I'm talking about setbacks in the live stream and I ain't got too many people in the live stream, then so I try to just have a real conversation for those people who like to have real conversation. Let's try to talk about real things, things that are important, things that are going to benefit you. All my live streams, or most of my live streams, if you go back to them and you see them, there's some piece of wisdom, there's something from life, there's something that's substantive. It's going to flow. It's going to flow. I agree. It's going to flow, you know. And I appreciate folks, and I mean that. When it's just two or three people, one person, one comes in, one goes out, another person tags in, another person comes back. I'm definitely appreciative and grateful to that, because I know that you don't have to come. But I know there's a steady stream of people that just want to hear real conversation, that just want to talk about real things. There's so much nonsense and fakeness and drama to be caught up in, here online, that, like I said, you can do that. And I'm not saying I haven't been a part of it from time to time, but, you know, there's other conversations to have too. And I guess I am the alternative conversation. I'm the alternative to a lot of particular things that's going out there, especially for a small YouTuber. I'm the smallest of the small. Well, not the smallest of the small, but I'm down, like towards the bottom. But like I said, it's not even about that right now. It's about the conversation at hand. And each and every one of us out there have things that we've tried to accomplish. And like I said, you folks know about setbacks. This is actually just a reminder here. This is just me saying, you know what, hey, you know, this is what it is. Also too, to remind you, if you like what I'm saying, don't forget to hit me with the thumbs up. It's still appreciated. So, like I said, I appreciate the thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, like I said, I just try to be encouraging and inspiration to people. Thank you, Bumblebee Junction. Thank you for that. I appreciate the fourth person for coming through. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up in and out. Appreciate anybody lurking. Thank you for lurking in the background. Thank you for anybody listening, listening in the background. I appreciate you. And I know people can relate to a lot of the things that I'm saying. I had to notice or be told or taught that sometimes when people don't respond to your stuff right away, what you're saying and whatnot, doesn't mean they don't hear it, doesn't mean they don't feel it. It just means that sometimes people need to take time to digest it and take it all in. Sometimes folks may think you're crazy. Fine, I'm good with that. You know, everybody may not agree with what you're trying to do, but I tell people when they face the setbacks, when they go through the obstacles, the trials, the tribulations, and stuff like that, just know at the end of it, if you get through it, you will be a different person. You will be changed by it, for better or for worse. You know, and at the same time, it's important to believe in the journey, in the mission, in the goal, in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. If you don't believe in what you're trying to accomplish, and you face setbacks and you face trials and tribulations, then it means nothing. I don't swim in the hot tub. There's a time to lay back and a time to soak it in. I agree with you, Bumblebee. Well, this is the time to soak it all in. This is the time to soak it all in. I'm just saying it. I mean, I know there's somebody that could benefit from this, beyond me. And my live streams, like with all, most of them or whatever the case be, I try to put it out there because, like I was taught by old timer, it's at least it's said. Nobody can't say that there wasn't somebody trying to speak real or say something that was impactful, that was powerful, that was uplifting, that was upbuilding, that was thought provoking. Like I said in one of my previous live streams, question, argue, explore. You know, don't just accept things as they are. And that's one of the things that I apply to the setbacks. Don't just accept the setbacks as they are. Don't accept situations, as it is. Fight for it, push forward, see it through, have hope. You know, look at situations and say, is this all to it? What is it that motivates you to speak on these things? Are you ones who is haunted by a muse? No, I'm not haunted. One of the things that causes me to speak on these things and come at it the way I do, Bumblebee Junction, is just that I know people need to know. If I'm haunted by anything, I'm probably haunted by the ignorance that exists in the world, by the people that are not being taught anything, by the people that just go off trying to escape stuff and be entertained and not realize that, hey, there's a world out there. It's okay, just call me Mark. Okay, Mark. Well, Mark, um, I'm haunted by ignorance, if you want to know. I'm haunted by people who lack love and concern for the fact that people, get led astray easily. Some people give up. I've had people who poured them to my life and people who've cared about, where I'm coming from and where I'm going. People who've taken the time out with me. So even if it's with strangers and people that I don't know, yeah, people can be sheep, Llama Master. I hate to say that, but sometimes you want to have those sheep, led in the right flock. You want to have the right shepherd and whatnot. I'm not saying I'm that right shepherd, but you say in principle, you want to be careful who you follow. You want to be careful, what direction you're led in, and a lot of times people may not pay attention to particular stuff like that. But it's important. It's definitely important to care about stuff like that. It's important to know that you know you don't just have to follow the status quo. You don't have to just let setbacks take you down. Sure, man, you see the holes in the world. Yeah, I see the holes in the world. I definitely do. There's so much that I'm missing, but for what I do see, you try to fill it in with truth, with honesty, with justice, with love. I mean, I know there's hypocrisy. I have certain hypocrisies and things inside of me that I deal with on a regular basis. But if anything, My one thing is to find truth, is to reflect truth, is to be truthful in my dealings, and even if it's just with myself, and just modestly self-efface, just modestly self-efface, constantly modestly self-effacing, just evaluating, looking in the mirror, seeing myself for who I am, seeing the world for for what it is, not being naive to things, because I've been naive. I fight not to be naive. Like I said, these setbacks, they come. I try not to be fooled about what the world is. I know that when you get up and you want to accomplish something and you want to try to do things, you will get knocked down. But the question is, are you strong enough to get back up? Do you want to get back up? You know, Let me see. The only answer to fear in information, when we know the monsters in the closets, we fear them less. Hmm, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to know. You want to know what you're facing. Exactly. I agree with that. Face your demons. A lot of times people don't realize that the demons haunt them, and setbacks and all those things come. Trials and tribulations come because we see them and we don't want to face them. We kind of run from it and scurry from it and escape from it and try not to look at things because it may be too painful, it may be too hard and harsh to get into. So I get it. Sometimes things may be a little bit too serious. Like this live stream, maybe a little bit too serious for some folks. And I get that. Maybe you want a little bit more entertainment. Maybe you want a little bit more fun. Maybe you want to be coddled. Maybe you want the the sugar coating that comes out there. I can sugarcoat things for you. I can give you the soft, fluffy stuff. I can, dance around for you. I can do the entertaining things. But I guess on some level, that hasn't always been me. I've learned to open up. I've learned to laugh more. I've learned to, have more balance in my life. But I am serious about things. I'm serious about life. I could be cynical at times and stuff like that, and I get it, but the world is crazy. I'm not gonna act like the world is sunshine and rainbows, it's really not, and I'm not gonna sit here and coddle people and just, pull out the pacifier and, wipe your butt and change your diaper for you, I mean, but at the same time, I am learning to be more sensitive to things and people's fears and emotions and empathize more with people and whatnot. You know, it can be so easy to reflect the negativity that the world gives you, So, that's where I try to come from in part with that. So, yeah, I talk about different things because these are on my mind. And, maybe there's somebody else out there, that wants to hear about the stuff that I had to say. Maybe, there's people that want to have deep conversations. Maybe there's people that don't. For the most part, I don't knock anybody. Wherever you come from, however you live, whatever you choose to do. Because I like to have fun too. I like to cut back and let loose and all that too. But not so much so that I lose myself and I don't see what's going on in the world. I refuse to be so open minded that my brain falls out of my ear. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. There's a balance. I'm going to bed. Have a good night. Well, take care, Llama Monster. I appreciate you for being here. I know you didn't have to support like you did, so but I appreciate you. So, that is what it is as it pertains to that. I'm just glad anybody came through and took the time out to listen. So, here I am, and then there was one, and then there was one. Good night, Llama Monster. I'm not gonna be on too much longer. I'll go to the 12 o'clock hour, and then I'm pretty much gonna shut this down. But I appreciate you, Bumblebee Junction, for being here in this chat. You made it worthwhile. You and Llama Monster and the people that have come in and out, into the chat. Maybe I wasn't engaging enough. How am I doing on the hours? Actually, um, I got some ways to go. Not too much ways to go. I can tell you on the minutes. On the watch minutes, I am at 113,000 watch minutes. So I'm not as far away as I can be, on the watch hours. Like I said, you talk about, you know, like I need more over a little bit over 2,000 watch hours, and then I'll be there. But I'm still plugging away. As anybody that was on the live streams with me today, this is my fourth live stream today. So there's some people that are kind of tired of Mel Mel's name popping up. But, like I said, I see the setbacks. I see the obstacles in the way. And I'm saying, hey, even if it's just one person in the chat, even if it's just two people in the chat, even if it's three people, four people, five, whatever the case may be, in the chat. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative, and I am appreciative to you, Bumblebee Junction, because you are helping to give me watch time. I can tell you how I made it. I made a 2 hour long video of pictures and thoughts, and asked folks to play it or watch it in the background to get me there. Hmm, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. But I mean, with me, how I have it is I know I have over like 5 months worth of live stream topics to talk about. I don't know if it's 5 months, but I know I at least have 3 or 4 months. So let's say I got enough live stream topics that if I just went straight and I didn't add anything else to it, I probably could go to August, maybe September, easily. I can I can easily just talk about different things that's going on and whatnot. So, like I said, I'm pushing, I'm plugging. I know there's setbacks, I know there's things, there's obstacles in the way. So, I'm there. I'm just plugging away at it. I'm just going for the gusto. Well, you have them laid out like that. Yeah, nah, I do. I have I have 5 sets. I have 5 sets of lists for live streams. This is the second set. I finished the first set, and now I'm on the second set of live streams. I think my next live stream that I'll be talking about is small YouTubers and the importance that they have on the community, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the next live stream that's coming up tomorrow. So, believe me, I have so many live streams to go. I have so many different things that I got to talk about. Now, if I didn't have things to talk about, then this would make sense. It wouldn't make sense for me just doing these quote unquote random live streams. This seems like it's random. This live stream right now, it may seem like I just did 4 random live streams today, but it's a lot more to it. So many are getting disheartened. Well, listen, I'm here to let people know that you don't have to be disheartened. You can keep going, you can keep pushing, you can keep moving, you can keep motivating. I think folks have to work together and strive to, push forward towards, that goal or whatever they're trying to accomplish. You know, it's not easy. I can sit here in front and lie like it's an easy thing, to just, go forward and move into what direction that you're trying to go into. But this is a part of the setbacks. The question is, how bad do you want it? How hard do you want to hustle for it? And the setbacks will show you. When you face setbacks, when you get knocked down, when you feel like you can't get up again and you get up again and you accomplish, it lets you know that you have the fortitude, you have the strength, you have the will, you have the wherewithal to see your way through. And a lot of times people don't realize that if you push yourself, if you pride yourself, if you really just use the will and the strength that you have in your body, you probably can accomplish a lot more. And you do it piece by piece, step by step. And that's all I'm doing with these live streams. That's all I'm really trying to, do and push forward. Like, I didn't even think I would get 20 minutes out of this. I didn't know that. I didn't even think I would get somebody to sit here and watch me for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to a point where I might as well just finish up the 30 minutes. I even just one person. And I appreciate you. You got to have that fortitude to look at you today. Yeah, 13 already. Yeah, like I said, I am. I am. You're right. You're right. I never thought I would be at 1.3K. So believe me, it means something. This means something. When you face the setbacks, when you believe in yourself more than anybody else, you can accomplish a whole lot. When you're willing to face and go through the trials and tribulations and be tested and be pushed and doubt yourself, you can do that. And I'm learning. I'm leaving on a jet plane and I don't be back again. That's funny. Drone worship, drone worship. I was just about to get off of here. Drone worship. I don't know if you're staying, but wow, I love the walk around you did when you lost your keys. Hope you do some more of that as the weather warms. Yeah, Bumblebee Junction. I will do some more of that as the weather warms up. But it is taxing on the body. Like I said, I can do a lot of live streams if you want. I have enough live streams to go, like I said, till September. I love live stream topics. But if I add live streams, with the live streams that I can add, I can go on to the rest of the year. So believe me, I haven't even gone to Central Park yet. I haven't done the Times Square one. Um, I have Queens. I got a whole other stuff. My mom's is the worst when I lose my keys. She won't help me find them, but she does love to walk behind me and ask me what I'm looking for in those places. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, well, what he's talking about drone worship, I don't know if you ever saw the live stream I did when I lost my keys and I had to go back to work and I basically was showing people, Midtown Manhattan. I did that a couple of times. People were really into that. I was outside St. Bartholomew's Church. I was over by KFC. They'll always be in the last place you look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I left my keys one time, in my jacket at work. That was a funny thing, and I had to go all the way. I didn't have to go all the way back, but I went all the way back because I was off for the next couple of days. I think I was off for like 4 days, so I went back, got my keys, came back, and that's what all it is. Why you keep looking after you found them? Yeah, I mean, you have to. She said that all the time, and don't even bother asking her if she's good. Yeah, that's funny, Joe Worship. I mean, it gets like that sometimes, but what are you gonna do? You keep plugging away, you keep pushing on. Lost keys is something. Lost keys is something else. I hate losing my keys, but it doesn't happen often. At least not my house keys and whatnot. But sometimes it just comes with rushing, with pushing it and going on forward and whatnot. So, you know, that's just really what it is. Okay, I'm going to let you get off now, Toodaloo. Yeah, that sounded real funny. That sounded real funny, drone worship. But yeah, I'm gonna go get off. I'm gonna go log off. Like I said, but I appreciate you folks when you come and support. Geez, your mind is in the gutter. My mind's not in the gutter. My God, my mind is above the gutter. It's in the clouds. Drone worship. It's with a drone up there. Pew 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 pew. Is up there. And nothing but respect for making the light of the homeless on your walk. Yeah. 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 Nah. Nah. I used to work in a homeless shelter, so it's always a big deal to me. And somebody who's been homeless myself before, I know the importance of that. So you don't want to downplay that. Is that what I shot down with my drone? Your mind to be careful of shooting down things down randomly. No, you're not shooting down my mind. You're shooting down the haters around me. The pew pew pew. That are trying to stop me from shining. You're shooting down the guidelines. Pew pew. You're shooting down watch minutes. Pew pew pew. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, watch minutes are raining down on me. That's what's happening. Can't you see them? Look. If you stop for a minute, you can hear it. I just gained another watch minute. I don't know. I don't know, drone worship. That's what it is. Actually, drone worship, you coming by, with a couple of other folks that was in here, actually inspired me to keep pushing on and going forward because it's giving me more watch time. Because, like I said, I was saying in the 12 o'clock hour, I was going to end this. And, every little bit counts. Every few minutes, I've learned, every question, every this, every that. I am going to end this before the 12 o'clock hour ends because, like I said, I didn't plan on it going this long. I honestly thought that this would be 20 minutes because what my plan was is I was going to come into the live stream and I was going to do the live stream. Yes, it is 12:07 a.m. What I was going to come do is come into the live stream. And when I came into the live stream, the first couple of minutes, it was nobody in here. That's funny. When I first came in, there was nobody in the live stream. So I was talking for like a minute, almost going on like 5 minutes, and then Llama Monster came through and blessed me. He just blessed me with his presence. And I'm talking to Llama Monster literally. I'm just having a conversation with Llama Monster about setbacks, and then all of a sudden Bumblebee Junction comes in. And then there's a couple of people that came back and forth lurking and stuff like that. They didn't really say who they were and whatnot, but I still got 3 thumbs up, which I appreciate that. And I think if I had as many as 4 people in the chat at one point, which is fine. We'll have them dancing with a lamp, a shade over his head if you keep talking. No, 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 I'm not going to do that. My liquor is over there on the other side, so I'm not going to do that. I'm eating this beast mode home turkey right now, slightly entertained by your discussion. Slightly entertained. Oh my God, only slightly entertained. That's funny. That's funny. Thank you. But yeah, when you came through drone worship, you kind of just added a little bit of je ne sais quoi, a little bit of presence, or what do you call atmosphere to the conversation. Not to say Bumblebee Junction wasn't, it was just one of those situations where, I'm appreciative to it, because I'm the type of person, like I said, if I'm talking to one person, I'm not going to keep you too long, but more people come in, I'll extend it and I'll push a little bit further. But like I said, I understand people go through setbacks, things happen, so that's just really where I'm at with it. But this is still a decent chat, a cool chat. Hopefully somebody got something from it. With the homestead in full roll, I hate that I see you only on fairly often. What happened? With the homestead in full roll, I hate that I see you on fairly often, but I have to keep at it. I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand that, Bumblebee. You have to tell me. Okay, tell me a joke. You want a joke? I got a joke for you. I got a joke for you, drone worship. I got a joke for you. I actually got a joke, and I have an adult joke. So if anybody is watching this at this point in time, Mel Mel is about to tell an adult joke. And drone worship, let me know in the comments section when you're ready to hear this joke. I'll tell you this joke. I actually have a good one for you. Whenever you're ready, drone worship, tell me when you're ready. I'm listening. I'll tell the joke because I don't want to tell the joke if you ain't in here. Sorry, I meant I can't always stop in on streams because we always in the middle of spring planting plow. Hit me and nothing but the earth being round. Okay, fire away. So this joke is the first day of school. Okay, there's this brother and sister who goes to school, and disclaimer: there's some cursing in this joke. But anyway, it's the first day of school. So brother and sister go to school. You know, younger sister is in kindergarten class. The older brother, is in like third grade. Okay, so they're doing a roll call. They're going off the names. Susie Gorman, Johnny Gomez, Joey Walker, Billy Willie, whatever the case. And then they get to the name. The teacher gets to this name. Is there a Jerry Fuck Hour in the class? And the kids start laughing. He says, "Is there Jerry Fuck Hour in the class?" And the kids start laughing. And he says, "I don't understand this." And one of the kids laughs, and says, "Hey, you know, go into maybe to some of the other classes and maybe you can find what you're looking for." So the teacher goes into the kindergarten class, and all of a sudden it goes to the teacher and all the students and says, "Is there a fuck hour in this class?" And then one of the kids gets up and is a little dejected and says, "A fuck hour?" He says, "We don't even have a cookie break." And that's my joke. You know, there you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. So Mel Mel has told a joke, and I've told an adult joke. Just because for you, drone worship, that was a special joke. That was one of the funniest jokes I know. You know, and I've actually cursed. Disclaimer. Excuse me. Well, I guess there's no monetization on this, so maybe it sounds like I'm mumbling, but you get the joke. And that's the first time I said the F word in the chat. I think so. So this is an epic moment. People miss out on these chats. You never know what you're gonna get. I tell anybody. There's a 3-year-old playing on the playground. All of a sudden, the hole opens up in front of her, and the prisoner pops out. It goes out free. What? That prisoner goes out free, and the little girl goes, "So what I'm for?" That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. I like that. I like that. I have a book of jokes. I have a book of jokes over here. Give me a second. Ah, oh boy, I spilled my water. I spilled my water because of drone worship. Because of drone worship, I spilled my water. Oh my God, drone worship made me spill my water. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I spilled my water. Spilled my water, spilled my water. I have a book. I have a book of jokes. I have a book of jokes. So let me read some of these jokes. Religion. I have a joke. I have a joke book on religion. Okay, how do you make holy water? Anybody knows? Okay, nobody knows how you make holy water. Okay, fill a pot with water and boil the hell out of it. Hmm, that's funny. How many Christians does it take to screw in a light bulb? No, nobody knows. Two, but God only knows how they got in there. That's funny. That's funny. How many conservative Christians does it take to screw in a light bulb? Hmm. Five. One to change the bulb and 4 to testify it was lit from the moment they began screwing. Mm, that is funny. Let's not. Let's not. Oh my God, what is the top? It says the top 5 tasteless Jesus jokes. Okay. Jesus walks into a hotel, tosses 3 nails on the front desk, and says, "Hey, can you put me up for the night?" Wow. What did the fork say to the spoon? What did the fork say to the spoon? I don't know. I'm going to lie these jokes. Man. Yeah, I know. Okay. This is another tasteless Jesus joke. Why did Jesus cross the road? Because he was nailed to the chicken? I don't get that one. What did Jesus say when he was being crucified? Ah, oh my God. Take 2. What did Jesus say when he was being crucified? Nah, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. That's funny. That's funny. That's too much. Yeah, we gotta leave that alone. We gotta leave that alone. Oh my God. Nah. It says something about not touching the Easter eggs, but we gotta leave that alone. Oh my God. Let me drink some of this water. Oh my God. Mm, mm, mm. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, this next set. Hippies, stoners, rednecks, and bubbas. What did the hippies say after the drugs wore off? Man, this sucks. What kind of cigarettes do hippies smoke? Yours. What's the first thing a deadhead says at work? You want fries with that? How many hippies can fit in a V-Dub bus? One more plus a dog. Oh, I don't know about those jokes. It's kind of corny. Uh, yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, it's was another joke. A lawyer is standing in a long line outside a movie theater. Suddenly, he feels a pair of hands massaging his shoulder and neck. The lawyer turns around. What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm a chiropractor, and I'm just keeping in practice while I'm waiting in line. Well, I'm a lawyer, but do you see me screwing the guy in front of me? That's funny. Oh man. A man walks into a bar. He sees a good looking and well dressed woman sitting on a bar stool. He walks up to her and says, "Hey, beautiful, can I buy you a drink?" She turns around and says, "Listen, I'll screw anybody, anytime, anywhere. Your place, my place, it doesn't matter. I've been doing it ever since I got out of college. I just love to do it." "No kidding," he replies. "I'm a lawyer too. What firm are you with?" Oh no. Yeah, I'm not going to say that one. That was about the Pope. I'm not going to leave that. I can get into that. Chuck Norris and Superman had a fight once. The loser had to wear the other persona's underwear outside their pants. I guess we know who won. Funny. Hmm. What's a pirate's favorite kind of socks? Does anybody know? What's a pirate's favorite kind of socks? Argyle. Okay. What did Captain Hook die from? Jock itch. I tried to join the FBI the other day, but they wanted a urine, sperm, and stool sample. They're not amused when I sent them my underwear. That's funny. That's funny. What's a pirate's favorite style of music? Oh my God. Arg and B. Oh my God. Two psychologists have sex. One turns to the other and says, "That was good for you. How was it for me?" uh, a man sits with his psychiatrist wearing only plastic wrap for shorts. The psychiatrist says, "Well, I can clearly see your nuts." Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. A man walks into his psychologist's office and says, "I can't seem to take and to make any friends. Can you help me?" He, he said, "You fat ugly bastard." Oh my goodness. Oh, that's crazy. What's going on? What's going on? State of mind. They use today's streets after Chuck Norris, but they can't anymore due to that death toll Nobody crosses Chuck Norris and lives. I mean, nobody. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Let me see what it says. Waiter, waiter. This soup tastes funny. Then why aren't you laughing? Waiter, waiter. Your thumb is in my soup. Don't worry, sir. It's not that hot. Waiter, waiter. There's a twig in my soup. Hold on, sir. I'll get the branch. I get the branch manager. Waiter, waiter. I can't eat this chicken. Call the manager. It's no good, sir. He won't eat it either. Waiter, waiter. Do you have frog legs? No, sir. I've always walked this way. Waiter, waiter. There's a small slug in this lettuce. Would you like me to get you a bigger one? That's funny. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? Hmm. None. The light bulb will change itself when it's ready. Wow, that's funny. That's funny. Ethnicities and race. These are jokes that you probably thought you would never hear from Mel. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see. Should I go there? Uh, Yo, bro, put down the joke, but they're already really, really, really lame. Okay, okay. Wow, wow. I like the lame jokes, but it's all good. If anybody has any better jokes, um, wow. Yeah, yeah. Some of these jokes I can't tell. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to go there. But it's kind of funny when I told some jokes, people started saying, "Wow, wow, that's funny. That's funny." Wow, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Oh no, I don't get into that. I don't want to get offensive because there's jokes in here. There's some zingers in here. There's definitely some zingers. I have some dumb kid jokes too. You know. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Sorry about that. Like I said, wow, I didn't expect to go this long either. I'm about to go 50 minutes. Sorry about that. I'm reading these jokes. I'm trying to think. It says two Walmart greeters are sitting on the bench during the break. One turned to the other and said, "I'm 75 years old and I'm just full of aches and pains. I know you're about my age. How do you feel?" The second man said, "I feel great, just like a newborn babe." "Really? A newborn babe?" "Yup, no teeth, no hair, and I think I just wet my pants." That's funny. I feel like the section for babes and blenders. What? What happened? I feel like that book has a section for babies and blenders. It does. Lady goes into the pharmacist and says she needs something to perk up her husband's sex drive. Wait. Okay. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm trying to figure out what is it. What is it? What are we waiting for? Okay. It says the pharmacist gives a bottle and cautions her one drop only. Okay. Wow. Okay. Later making dinner, she spills it in the pot. Uh-oh. That means she got it. That man died. He died at the table. The next day, the little boy shows up at the pharmacy. The next day, the little boy shows up at the pharmacy. What the hell did you give my mother? Wow. Wow. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. There's a joke I got here. "Look at me," boasted a fit old man to a group of young people. "Each morning I do 50 push ups, 50 sit ups, and then walk 2 miles. I'm fit as a fiddle." "How do you do it?" one of the youngsters asked. "Well, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't stay up late, and I don't chase after women. Thanks to all this clean living, tomorrow I'm going to celebrate my 95th birthday." "Oh, really?" A skeptical onlooker said. "How?" That was kind of corny. That was kind of corny. I get it. You're saying you might die, but yeah, I don't know. That was a bad joke. When my grandfather was ill, my grandmother used to rub lard on his back. After that, he went downhill quickly. Yeah, funny. It was another joke. I know people were leaving the chat. A police officer pulled over an elderly woman for speeding while driving her husband to an appointment. The officer tried to explain the reason he pulled her over, but she kept turning to her husband, saying, "Ew, what did he just say?" Finally, the husband replied, "He said stopped. He said he stopped you for speeding." The officer asked the woman for a driver's license, and she turned and asked her husband, "What did he say?" The husband replied, "He wants to see your driver's license." The woman handed the officer her license, and he noticed that she was from Brownsville. The officer told the couple he remembered the town well because he had the worst sexual experience in his life in Brownsville. The woman looked at her husband and asked, "What did he say?" The husband replied, "He says he knows you." Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, that's enough of the jokes. That's enough of the jokes. Forgive me. I extended this on. I don't know how we got into the joke section. I think it was drone worship wanted me to go. I got another section. Let me see. This is celebrities, politicians, and superheroes. Wow. Wow. It says, what did Arnold Schwarzenegger say when he was asked if he ever used steroids? His answer was, "I once put one in my mouth, but I never swallowed." Why will Mike Tyson never file for bankruptcy? Without pictures, he's not sure if he can take it to Chapter 11. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was not right. Why do Mike Tyson's eyes water during sex? It's the pepper spray. Wow. Ooh, that's not right. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't get beat up when Mike Tyson come looking for me. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away from that one. I'm gonna walk away from this one. Yeah, there's some racy stuff in there. But anyway, like I said, I just extended the live stream a little bit more than I probably should have. And like I said, I am out of here in the 12 o'clock hour, so I'm gonna stay true to that. You started something, drone worship. You started something. I don't know if anybody is gonna go through this part of the chat, but it's all good. And like I said, I'm almost at an hour when I didn't even expect to go there. There was actually some good jokes in here. This is actually a cool live stream. Mel's missed the whole punchline. No. I didn't miss the whole punchline, but it's just I got it. I just was yeah. All right. Some jokes a little too racy. Some jokes a little too crazy. Saying that's just what it is. But I'm gonna have to go back to my book of dumb kids jokes. I got other jokes in there. I gotta handpick some jokes and go into jokes that's not gonna get me in trouble, get me banned from YouTube, and have somebody looking for me and going after me and whatever the case may be. Like I said, wow, wow, I didn't even expect to even be at this point here. Like I said, I'm almost at the hour mark. I don't know. Should you think I cap it? I don't want that. Yeah. An informed state of mind. No, I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube or nothing like that. I don't want to tell no crazy joke. We won't get you banned. Nah, I don't want to get banned for saying something stupid. I had some jokes in there. Some jokes in there about JFK, and I wasn't gonna go in there. Like I said, they got some Michael Jackson jokes in there. Yeah, they got some offensive jokes in there. Some Jesus jokes. There's some real offensive stuff in there. Start feeling like the Black Andrew Dice Clay or Paul Mooney or somebody or something like that. Oh my God, jokes can get real insensitive at times. Woo, jokes can get insensitive. So I try to be wary of that, because I already have my natural insensitivities when it comes to jokes. But I do like to laugh. I do like to see things and just get it. Things have changed on the tube. Some stuff got by in the past that won't today. I agree with you in a informed state of mind. I definitely agree with you. Nowadays, the censorship is at a high level. It's hard to find humor that won't offend someone. This is true. This is true. You can have the most inoffensive, the most lighthearted, conversation, and somebody will find a way to say, "Hey, it has offended me. You must die." So the Joker must die. And that's not what we want. We want people to live. Perhaps for the best is the direction and momentum that scares me. Yeah, well, we live in now in a more politically correct society than ever. So, all you can really do, you know, is just to be careful, especially if you want to go into any jokes, involving any minorities or anybody's sexuality and stuff like that. You definitely got to be careful because you don't want to find yourself in the middle of a controversy. Well, we slow it down though. Could it get too far and reach out of reach of our world? Yes, it can. It can. It can get to the point where, you just breathing the wrong way can be a situation. It can get out of hand. I think it will. But the question is, who's gonna rein it in and bring it back? You know what I mean? Who's gonna stop it from going somewhere it doesn't need to go? That's the interesting part. Was it politically motivated, politically trolled, but not politically correct? But politically correct is an oxymoron. Yeah, yeah, it is. But it's an oxymoron that people hold fast to. It is, the feelings are taking the lead of knowledge. Yes, I agree and inform state feelings are definitely taking over the lead of knowledge. You know, people are being destroyed in this world for lack of knowledge. And it's an old quote, an old line from a movie. I don't. It's an old black and white movie. I don't know if anybody ever saw it. Called Born Yesterday, and one of the characters says that the world is too dangerous to be full of ignorant people, and that applies to this time in 2018. The world is becoming way too dangerous to be full of ignorant people. However, sometimes that's the status quo, to be ignorant, to be uninformed, uneducated. 12 Angry Men. No, no, it's not 12 Angry Men. The name of the movie is actually Born Yesterday. That's the name of the movie. But I remember 12 Angry Men. You talking about the Henry Fonda one? 'Cause I think there was another one that was earlier as well. I don't know if there was another one before that. And there was two versions. There was one actually with Tony Danza. You know, I don't know if people so it's it's what it is. With that. Like I said, I'm actually about to go into an hour. Like I said, it's crazy. It's crazy what happens when you actually push forward. Yeah. There's two versions of it that I've seen. I've seen the Angry Men version with Tony Danza, and I've seen the one with Henry Fonda and I think Jack Lemmon in it. I think Jack Lemmon is actually in the second one as well. I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, because I think he's in both. Henry Fonda, obviously, I think he was passed away by the time they did the second one. I'm not sure, but both were good. Both were good. The original black and white one, you know, the original black and white one is a must. It's a must see. I encourage anybody to check that one out. It's a must watch. Just like my live streams. But wow, wow, I can't believe actually I'm about to hit an hour. I'm about to hit an hour, and I still got people engaged. I still got people coming through. I appreciate you folks. You know what I'm saying? Like for really, the whole world needs to see that. Yes, awesome movie, awesome movie. It tells you a lot about race relations and whatnot. And one of the things they did that was smart with 12 Angry Men is that they never told you the ethnicity of the kid. They just told you that the kid came from a poor background. They told you what the kid did or allegedly did and what the neighbor saw and allegedly saw. But hip hop heavy to heavy, say up the boogie, jump boogie to be let's rock it, stop rhythm. Oh, oh, okay, you doing a rap song. That's cool. That's cool. Bumblebee Junction, ain't nothing on that. They pay very, very close attention. Well done. Yeah, yeah. I did. I saw the movie twice, so I saw the movie a couple of times. Yeah, but nah, I was advised on that movie. Informed state, and it was cool. I paid attention to it. I even the difference between the two versions, how they switched it up religiously and economically and race. They added different characters in there. So yeah, that's what it is. That's definitely what it is. So here I am now, basically coming to the end of a live stream that was only supposed to last 20 minutes, and it went on further just because of you folks in the chat. We started reading jokes, and drone worship led it into a bigger deal than what it was. And like I said, there it goes. There it goes. I appreciate you, the audience. And because I appreciated you so much, we went an hour, and I didn't expect this to be an hour. This is actually my longest live stream of the day. Number four. You know, and I appreciate you folks. Yeah, I appreciate you folks. Thank you, thank you for the audience for being here. And the CAS and the Nova and the rest is wow. Okay, okay, Casanova Fly. Okay, got you. I see we got some raps in there, and I'm gonna get it out of here because I did say in the 12 o'clock hour I will be out. So I appreciate you folks for being here. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your jokes. I appreciate you just your all around positive vibes and your energy. And I say to you folks, check your Google. Okay, I will check my Google. What's going on with Google? Um, anyway, check you later. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Peace. Check my Google. What does that mean? Well, we gotta let me know what that means. I'm informed state. Check my Google. Did you leave me a message? Yeah, peace. Peace to you. I don't know. I'll check my Google.